Welcome back to Avenues of Wisdom. My name is Kim, and in this video I talk about 3 things I learned from the age of my 27th year. Also, the notion of this 27th club that we hear about others go through, and as well as your Saturn Return, kind of this astrological phenomenon where one enters the ages of 27 through 29 to 30 and the themes that they go through. So tune in, and yeah, this is my pine cone, found it on the forest floor. Smells pretty good. Wish you could take a scent. Smell it here now. Every year has its own certain importance. What you learn, the knowledge that you gain, the people that you meet, the obstacles that you face. This is why I'm making this video about your 27th year, because it's so many ups, but so many downs. What's interesting is that we know about the 27th club, that these artists or musicians or creatives tend to choose to exit around this time because of challenges with their shadow or addiction or grief or sorrow, and that they can't really seem to handle their own energy. What's interesting about the 27th club is that a lot of musicians or creatives, they tend to be empathic or feel the energies around them or others' collectives, or the collective energy of everybody or what's going on. It interests me that around the age 27, you learn about responsibility, really deep discipline. For those first 27 years, you went through a chapter of an immense expansion of childhood themes, of groups that you're in or who you think you are. But at this point, you tend to separate and go into a new phase of life. Maybe the 27 club, what these certain artists go through, is they're overwhelmed by the power or creative power that they hold. And it can tend to fall into the shadows of addiction, sorrow, or death. It's interesting is that Miley Cyrus talks about this in a clip from an Apple interview. I believe she was 27 a couple years ago at this time. And she tends to talk about why it's so important to get sober during this time for her to clear out any type of heaviness that she was holding on to. But what's important is that I take from this clip is that we all hold this internal power or expression that we have, that we come here with gifts. And can we take hold of this power, or can this power take a hold of us? Check it out.
You're always going to be you. You're born with that. You're born with there's a radiation, there's an aura, there's a power, there's a force, whatever you want to call it. That is you. So stop fighting it. 27 to me was a year that I really had to protect myself. That actually kind of really made me want to get sober, was because we've lost so many icons at 27. It's a very pivotal time. You kind of go into that next chapter, or this is it for you. And I just feel that some of the artists that almost couldn't handle their own power and their own energy and their own force.
It's an energy. People call it fame. It's not.
It's not. It's an energy. And I, no matter what, was born with that.
It's interesting to see an artist from my generation talk about this overall awareness of your 27 year. Or Stevie Nicks, how she wrote Landslide when she was 27 years old. And it kind of marked this transition when she was working as a waitress, trying to make money, writing songs, and she was poor and she wanted this drastic change of life. I'll read a clip from this article where she expresses the meaning of this song. So this is a statement from Oprah's Masterclass. She states, she claims in an interview, "Landslide represents the fear of everything crashing down, not being sure how you're going to hold things together, in pursuit of your dreams." The song represents her internal struggle at the time, contemplating which direction to go in her life, deciding what was worth it and what wasn't, while understanding these decisions could alter her life significantly. So we also have Saturn Return. If you haven't heard of your Saturn Return, it's kind of like this astrological phenomenon of the planet Saturn, where it comes to the exact same place as it was when you were born. So this planet takes around 27 to 29 years to come full circle and come back to your natal position. And when it does, it comes to teach these important lessons, like I spoke about, of themes of discipline, responsibility, and certain modalities of controlling your life. So I'm kind of entering my Saturn return. So I think what's interesting that I learned about my 27th year is that I'm greater than my obstacles. The obstacles that I face, the obstacles that may stand in my way, that may beat me down, that may allow me to reset and have a new perspective, it shows that you can stand up again, stand true again. And it kind of reminds me how when I used to run track in college, how I'd run a horrible race, or I'd feel defeated, or for a year I'd run the same time and just feel like I was stagnant or I was stuck. And coming to this age, reflecting on the lessons I learned from running, that you can continue to move forward and prevail in any obstacle that comes your way. Let it teach you an important lesson that you hold in your life, and let it allow you a greater and a deeper strength that you weren't even aware of before, and to hold that and to bring that with you as you move forward. The second thing I learned from my 27th year is that, my life is not comparable to others, to other people's lives. You tend to change groups and friendships and themes and places where you live, and you move and you learn new things. And what's most important about the year 27 is I learned new things about myself, and that we're on our own unique journey in this lifetime. We've all come here to share certain gifts or parts of our heart that change other people's hearts. And how can we stay true to who we are and leave our mind and all of the things that we think we're supposed to come here to do, and really drop into our heart and what we feel and our purpose. And that was a huge reflection for me over this past year, was what is my purpose here? I had to drop from this ego monkey mind of my mind racing of things to check off, and I really had to drop into my heart and feel, where am I, and what does my purpose mean to me, but what does my purpose mean to others, and what can I share? So I think it's so important from your 27th year to redefine what your purpose is here and what you want to share with the world as well. The third thing that I learned about from my 27th year, I brought my collar for this one. Where's this one? There we go. This one's a big deal. Listen to this. This is a huge deal. I'll pop my collar for this one. You heal yourself. You heal parts of your family and the ones that have come before you. A big thing for the 27th year of what I've learned was I am not only me in this lifetime, but in this lifetime, I hold others who have come before me. My ancestors is a huge thing. We come to this life and we realize we have our family and the ones around us, but what about our lineage and the ones who have come before us, who have had even immense greater struggles, who have overcome so many things with survival, especially African lineages that have had this immense resilience and perseverance that I come to learn about in this lifetime. And so you heal yourself and you can heal others. It's taught me so many things too. Every day, if I can focus on my inner heart and what I'm here for, then I can really have the cup that is overfilled with joy to expand and to lend a helping hand to the ones around me. Without that awareness that you have to, in some cases, put yourself first so that you can be full, to extend your helping hand, it's hard to be in alignment with who you are when you are drained, when you are exhausted, when you are lost. And so the most important lesson that I learned from being 27 is that I'm now found and I remember who I am. And now that I have that strength and that deep-rooted groundedness in the floors, grounded on the floor, I can bring all of that with me to the next stage in the chapter of my life through my Saturn return and stay balanced. So I want to remind you that all of these themes that I've talked about are immensely important. And if you can just drop into your heart each day, have a moment of peace and silence each day where you can remember who you are, you can allow yourself to expand and to really move forward. And that's a theme that I'm speaking about, but I'm really centering and working with right now. Don't forget to subscribe for more themes and lessons in knowledge and avenues of wisdom. And I think it's gonna rain, but I may just stand here in the rain, you know? So I'm wishing you love and healing. My name is Kim, and take care.